So I'm getting in the car right now, and I'm just sitting here. It's got winter, good old table, lots or whatever. Get some food, grub for the week. But we got to talk here, guys. We got to sit here and talk about Ben Whittaker, okay? He just knocked out Benjamin Gavazi. Who's that? It's Gavazi. I didn't want he was a good star in Germany. The guy fought twice out of Germany his whole career. He fought, his one loss came to a guy who's meh. I mean, we all knew this was going to happen. We all knew Ben Whittaker was going to knock this guy's spark out. We all knew this. Whether it came in round 1 or whether it came in round fucking 2. We all fucking know this, okay? Let's not put things out here. Ben Whittaker is a good fighter. He's got a good jab, his footwork's good, and Andy Lee is a hell of a coach, hell of a trainer. He's a hell of a trainer. I mean, look what he's done with Joe Parker. He's got Patty Donovan fighting for world titles, and personally, I think Patty Donovan gets outboxed. And personally, I think Patty Donovan got outboxed by Lewis Crocker most of the fight. I still think it was close. Don't get mad at me, you Brits. Take it easy, you Irish bastards. Okay? Take it easy. But I thought Lewis Crocker won just slightly. Whatever. Moving on. So, Ben Whittaker. What is his level going to be as he goes up in the rankings? He is going, obviously, his first fight. What the fuck is it showing? Ah, shit. God damn, I'm probably a fucking kick soul again. What's his level going to be when he goes up? Now, obviously, Gavazi is below Liam Cameron, who I think is his best opponent, who he had the 2 fights against. Whatever happened there. Liam Cameron, the draw, the technical draw, the TKO, bad, whatever happened there. TKO, whatever happened there. God rest Liam Cameron's soul. He's okay. He's doing good now. Whatever happened there. It's a Palms reference. So what happened? So who do you put him against? What do you do? I don't know. We're going to be looking at it later today. I'm going to do some recaps, videos, and such of Ben Whittaker. Just want to make a little video talking about my immediate reaction because I woke up this morning and, actually, no, I saw the knockout yesterday, but I didn't see any of the post-fight stuff. Eddie talking. He's him. I'm telling you, Ben Whittaker is him. Eddie Hearn is psyched because this guy's got all the hallmarks and all the factors that go into producing a British legendary great. And he's already putting them in the mold of AJ, Naz, Amir Khan, among others. Pretty prestigious category. All guys, I mean, obviously AJ couldn't because he's heavyweight, but Naz and Amir Khan were multiple divisional world champions, unified champions at different weights. They were really good for a long time and dominated the British scene. And so did AJ heavyweight, obviously. So we will see exactly how it compares to what Ben Whittaker's going to do. Now, is he going to fight Ezra Taylor for the British title? No. Is he going to fight Willie Hutchinson? That's a good fight. I think Lewis Edmondson is a good fight. I think that there's a number of other fights he can take on. I wouldn't be shocked if the guy that Liam Cameron just beat was the next opponent. Forgot who he fought. Liam Cameron just beat. Poor guy. He fought pretty good. I forgot who it was. Maybe it's him. There are a number of other guys. It could be. I mean, the one thing you don't want to do is you don't want to throw him against Lyndon Arthur or Bradley Ray, who just had a fucking war that completely and rightfully so overshadowed the bullcrap fight between Zach Parker and Joshua Buatsi. He ain't going to fight Zach Parker, and he ain't going to fight Joshua Buatsi. He ain't going to fight any of those guys. For the reason is, they're all higher than Liam Cameron, and Liam Cameron's his biggest name. So, what do you do with him? Well, what I think they're going to do is they're going to give him, and we know this from Frank Warren, that Frank turned down his offer to take on Ben because the 3 fights that Ben wanted were the 3 fights that Frank didn't think he should get. We all knew that Gavazi was going to lose. We all knew he was going to get knocked out. Personally, I thought he would give him at least 2 or 3 rounds, but I'm not shocked by the 1-round knockout. I'm not. He sparked them out. Good for him. Whatever. Gavazi goes back to Germany, And I saw some hilarious comments. Hilarious comments in the DAZN videos of the knockout. Where it was like, oh man, I guess Gavazi ain't coming to fix my... And someone goes, man, I guess I'm not getting Gavazi to fix my stove, to fix my sinks. I think somebody said, man, I'm not going to get Gavazi to fix my electrician problem or something. Or it's like, it's like, and then other guy said, damn, my toilet's are going to be clogged by Tuesday until Gavazi gets here. I'm missing my plumber. It's just hilarious stuff like that. I don't think that Gavazi actually works as a plumber, but he could be an electrician. They get paid pretty good, so who knows? He definitely better start a secondary job, because boxing at world level, who knows? Maybe he's getting paid 15 grand a fight in Germany 4 times a year. Not a bad way to make a living. You make 75K, you get knocked out once, not that bad. But yeah, no, we're gonna see what happens with Mr. Ben Whittaker, the surgeon. I think he needs a new nickname. I don't know about you guys. I think he needs a new nickname. The surgeon, Ben Whittaker. No, it's a surgeon. It's got to rhyme with the name, dude. It's got to rhyme where it's got to stand out. Like, the reason why AJ never had a nickname is nothing. Yeah, the mailman. I remember he was on Grant Norton years ago. And they're all like, yeah, they call him the mailman. He always delivers. And it's like, oh, come on, man. That's awful. That's terrible. But AJ, Anthony Joshua had AJ. 2 letters, initials, okay, that will do. But it's not a nickname. The surgeon, open heart, he opened head surgery on Gavazi, whatever, heard that before. I don't know. They need, I don't know, like the Ben, the warrior Whittaker, I don't know. He's not really a warrior, but, something that rhymes, Ben the Bummer Whittaker, something that rhymes. I don't know. The surgeon, I don't know. I don't like it. That's me. Whatever. So Ben Whittaker, what does he do? I don't know. As I mentioned, I assume they're going to give him 2 cans. I don't have looked at the rankings. I'm assuming that they're going to give him all you got to do is go to Anthony Yard's resume and look at the guys in between the big fights, and you got a list of Eastern European Baltic cab drivers that you can choose from. They have pretty good records, and that looked good against Anthony Yard, because he looked like dog shit against them. So you have a list of guys there. All he's got to do is pick up the phone, call Uncle Frank. Hey, Uncle Frank, how you doing? It's Eddie here. Just wanted to make sure that that Wilkins guy, the one that gave you out a tough time. Can I get him in for January 28th against good old Ben Whittaker? Okay, all right, sounds good. Call you back, Frank. No, fuck you, but what's his garbage? It's something like that. I don't know if that's Eddie, but yeah, man, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know what happened with Ben Whittaker. I don't know what he's gonna do, but I'm assuming his next couple fights are gonna be guys a little bit better. They're gonna give him some rounds, but I would be shocked if his next 2 fights he adds a decision in there. Unless it's to someone like a Lewis Edmondson, a Willie Hutchinson. And personally, I think if you put him against Willie Hutchinson right now, let's say it's a 10-round fight, right? A 10-round fight. Ben Whittaker, Willie Hutchinson, who wins? I'd have to go Ben Whittaker by split decision. It'd be controversial. People will probably think Willie Hutchinson had done enough to win, but Ben Whittaker will use his skills enough to get some scorecards, and will move on. But I'm not saying Ben Whittaker goes in there and knocks out Willie Hutchinson. Joshua Gavazi couldn't put out Willie Hutchinson early. I don't think Ben Whittaker could at all. I wouldn't be shocked if they throw out names like Ezra Taylor, like Willie Hutchinson, like Lewis Edmondson. Those names are gonna be thrown out. If I'm Ezra Taylor, I want fucking Ben right now. I want him to fight right now. He's 28. He's 10-0-1. He's hot shit. I want to get him now. If I'm Ezra Taylor, I don't want to wait until he goes for Lewis Edmondson, until he maybe fights a Bradley Ray or fights these other guys and gets better with Andy Lee and actually maybe starts to prove his hype a little bit. Fight after fight. If I'm Ezra Taylor, I want to get him now. I want to get him now while he's 10-0-1. He's had the hiccup to Liam Cameron. If I'm Ezra Taylor, I want to get him now, or I want to get Liam Cameron next, so I can beat the shit out of Liam Cameron and say, yeah, this guy that you struggled with for 2 fights, because let's be honest, that stoppage in the second fight was pretty bad. It was good action by Ben, but come on, he wasn't fucking putting him out spark. Suffice to say, though, this is a good thing that I'm sitting here talking about an up-and-coming British superstar, potentially. It's great for the sport. Because whenever you have a British superstar like Ben, when you have Conor Benn right now talking shit about Devin Haney, about Ryan Garcia, which is warranted. I'll admit as an American boxing fan, what Conor Benn is saying about the welterweight division is 1,000% true. The only real champion with any real, status and activity is Barrios and Raleigh. I hate Raleigh. I think he's a fucking asshole. I think he's a cocky piece of shit that thinks that his fights against Pitbull Cruz and Tank mean nothing, and that he's a new fighter since being Ryan Garcia. Bullshit. He's not the same fighter. Ryan Garcia just fought like shit. I still think Ryan Garcia maybe beats him on a good day. I don't know. Forget about it. But I think Conor Benn's got a point. Now, I think we should all assume that Conor Benn's going to fight Lewis Crocker early next year. They should do that. You have to give Conor Benn a title, because what if he fights Haney, and he fights Garcia, and he fights Raleigh, and he loses to all three? He's not a world champion. He's not. That's why I said the IBO title should have been on the line for Chris Eubank and Ben. But, whatever. Forget about it. But here we are. We're sitting here Sunday after Ben Whittaker's knockout over Benjamin Gavazi. And all I got to say about him is this. It was a good first-round KO. That's all I got to really say about it. I think he's looking good. I think he's, when he hurt Gavazi the second time before he knocked him out, he hit him in the body, got his head to come up and stuff. And he's looking good, but we got to see more, guys. Now, let's say they throw him against, I don't know, but there are many American light heavyweights who have records around like 20-4, 21-3, 31-6. There's a lot of guys like that throughout the world, especially in America. You can throw a number of those guys in it like, what are you staring at, asshole? Get the fuck out of here. What the fuck's this guy's problem? This is about right next to me. Get the fuck out of here. Fucking manners. I love this place, but goddamn, people are crazy up here. And so, I'm sure when I do my videos later, I'll come up with some names, but I just wanted to come on here quickly, a little bit, and go, you know what? I got to talk about Ben Whittaker real quick. And then I add a little welterweight stuff here, I'll take a little of that welterweight, a little spice, and dingle that into the top of a little Conor Benn. I got to be honest, I like Conor Benn now. I do. When he was coming up and he was beating Samuel Vargas while he couldn't fight in England because of his roid pop, and I'm like, this fucking guy, what's this? Why? That still rubs people the wrong way. And I get how I think a lot of people, Simon Oliver, a lot of people in the British boxing scene still don't kind of like him because of that. And I don't blame him. It's kind of douchebaggy, but Chris Eubank would have done the exact same fucking thing. Let's be honest here. So, it is what it is. Now, Conor Benn, what's going to happen when he cuts all that muscle off to go to 147? That's why, see, if 54 wasn't as stacked as it is now, he'd be there. We all know this. If it didn't have Boots, it didn't have Virgil, if it didn't have Murtazaliev, if it didn't have Fundora, Tim Tszyu, bunch of names, if the best fighter in that division was Erickson Lubin, let's say Lubin's the undisputed champion of that division, right? And it's all the old PBC wash guys, Rosario among other bums that are still around. That would be the first stop Conor Benn is making. He wouldn't go back to 47. He'd stay at 54. He looked good there. He'll stay at 54. He'll beat the shit out of guys like Lubin, and he'll become unified champion. But Lubin doesn't have the belts. He got knocked out in 2 rounds by fucking Virgil, which honestly was a little shocking to be honest with you. But Virgil's Virgil's a freight train. So now you got Virgil, Murtazaliev, Boots. You got a bunch of other guys there. 54 is fucking stacked right now. It's stacked with names. And holy shit, Conor Ben ain't gonna go for now. Will Conor Ben maybe go to 54 after he wins a couple titles at 47? I think so. I don't think he fights more than 3 times at 47. I think he fights for a title, whether it's Lewis Crocker or not. I have to get moving. Doesn't really matter who it is, but he is going to fight for a title next. I wouldn't be shocked if someone vacates, like maybe Raleigh vacates because he doesn't want to fight somebody. I wouldn't be shocked. I also wouldn't be surprised whenever Conor Ben fights at 47, Eddie kind of talks to Rick Remo or something, or the guys who run Ring Magazine, and get them to put the Ring Magazine title up for welterweight for Conor's next fight. Because Conor's got the appeal now of the boxing community. So we're sitting here and wrap it up real quick before I get off. Ben Whittaker knocks out Benjamin. He knocks out Benjamin, the German electrician Gavazi. He's going to be, so anybody, to reference the joke I mentioned earlier, if anybody's got Gavazi plumbing or Gavazi electrician care at their place this week, you better cancel because he ain't going to make it. And neither of his family because they're all fucking depressed. Just kidding. Oh, Jesus, on. But it was a good win for Ben Whittaker. He moves on. I'm sure he's going to fight 2 more bums. But I will say this. In the middle of next year, we're going to see the names Ezra Taylor, Lewis Edmondson, Willie Hutchinson, maybe Zach Parker, Boatsi. We're going to hear those names. Maybe Anthony Yarde. You never know. We are going to hear those names start to come up for him at 175. In the middle, late next year. Because he's going to do 2 more small shows for sure. But we'll see. And then Conor Ben, I'm excited to see him at 47, but let's not forget now, different story. Roy Jones was older and had a longer career, but Roy Jones went down in weight after putting on muscle. It didn't end too well for him. Now, I don't think that happens to Conor, but if Conor does do it, it's going to be risky because he's going to have to cut all of that damn weight, and it's all muscle to make 47. So he's going to be faster, but something's going to be missing. He won't have... I'm going to say this, I don't think he has the pop if he goes to 47 that he's going to have at 54 and 60. So, we'll see. We'll all see. All right, that's going to do it. Final round, little thing here in the car, making sure for things. And that's going to do it, boys. All right, take it easy. It's the final round. My name is Jake. And the greatest fighters always leave it all in the final round. See ya.